What's up, everybody? It is the Best Bot Kids Moving. I'm back with another video. Today I want to be talking about Fable. I know there was like I don't want to say leaks that came out because there's no like visuals that exist today that we can all watch or search up outside of the gameplay trailers that was revealed, you know, in 2023 and I think 2024. I think there's been like three trailers. Three or four, I want to say there's been 2 to 3 trailers of Fable, but the last trailer of from last year said the game is coming out in 2025. So we do anticipate, you know, to see more of it in 2025. I possibly at the Developers Direct in February. But Jez Corden on Xbox 2 podcast said he was able to see some alpha footage, and he said the game looks, and I quote, fucking fantastic. Now, this is not the first time Jez said something looks, you know, amazing, and maybe it turned out right, turned out to be not so amazing. But I don't knock that against him. Me personally, I have a taste in games. Like I recently, before the previews went live for Avowed, I thought everything I saw was amazing, and it was my cup of tea, and I'm ready for it. You know, and then the previews went live, and I'm still hyped for Avowed. Some people aren't. Personally, I think Avowed's one of my most anticipated games to come out in 2025, along with Fable. Fable would be higher on my list. The reason why Fable Avowed's higher on my list so far is because it's coming. It's very, very soon. It's reachable. Fable, I think it's probably, if it's going to make 2025, it's going to be towards the end of the year. And I think once we see it again, once they get into like, okay, we're coming within like a month, which should be the next time it showed, is when my anticipation is going to heap up for it. So what Jez mentioned that he saw some of the combat. He said it has a lot of Witcher DNA, CD Projekt Red DNA, from like the combat sequences to the executions. He described some of the things that revealed in the trailer, like I think when the character casts like a spell that like pulls everyone down like via gravity or something like that. We've got to see that, so those aren't like, you know, unbelievable. And we do know that Playground Games, when they were working on Fable, they hired a lot of people. A lot of people from CD Projekt Red came over. I think a lot of people from oh my god, I think even people from like Rockstar and a lot of high end like talent from like devs teams that went over to that went over to Playground to work on this game. So I'm expecting, you know, I'm expecting something close to a masterpiece. The game, from what we saw graphically, we've seen gameplay. We've seen gameplay. A lot of people don't believe we saw gameplay, but that's how great the game looks. It's not running on Unreal Engine 5. It's running on, I think, the Forza tech or whatever that Playground uses for the Forza Horizon series. But the game looks graphically good. The gameplay is going to be, you know, a modernized Fable game. I have no issues with the characters. I'm still hoping they allow you to create your own character to a degree. But Jez said that there is a male character that you can use, and then obviously the female skin. So I don't know if those are just the like defaults, or if you're gonna have the flexibility to, you know, customize your character to a degree. I really don't care. It looks like they got a story that they're gonna tell. I don't mind the character that they shown, and I don't think I'll mind the male character they shown. But if you have the ability to customize to such a degree, you know, I'm always welcoming that. So what Jez pointed out, you know, it gives me, you know, it gets me more excited because I think we're going to see it again fairly soon, maybe in January at the Developer Direct. It'll be one of the 4 to 5 games that they show, and then they'll be able to you know, show off the game all year. I think Xbox has a killer lineup for next year, and I think all the games that are coming out are like kind of like RPGs, but Fable's going to be that one. That's going to be the game they gotta have to put their, you know, money into, and really talk about. Right as of right now, it's a game that's exclusive to the Xbox ecosystem and Steam. Who knows when it's coming? If it's coming to PlayStation and whatnot. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm super hyped for it. I think it's going to be extremely. It's going to be their best shot at. Honestly, I think Xbox has a good chance based off their releases when you consider Avowed, Fable, Doom, Dark Ages, South of Midnight, the next Call of Duty, and some other stuff that we probably don't even know about. They have a chance, and people like to make fun of Xbox for not having Game of the Year nominees, even though they often forget about Psychonauts 2 from 2021. I think this is going to be a year Xbox could probably land 2 to 3 games in there, and that Xbox Game Studios walks away with quite a few awards across different genres. Because their lineup for next year is pretty stacked, and I want to say the first half of the year is pretty stacked when you consider, Avowed, South of Midnight, Doom, Dark Ages, and whatnot. Indiana Jones at the end of actually in December, which doesn't qualify for anything in 2024, unfortunately. So it has to be grouped in with 2025. I think it's a good time for gaming, and I'm happy for Playground Games because they're going to get their respect. They're going to get their due. They were incredibly talented, especially with the Forza Horizon series. They're on a 3-game streak with games rating 90 or above on Metacritic. I think Fable is going to hit. It's going to hit. They got to get, as long as we get these, if people could just take off their politics. I know people try to attack the game for the character, the way they look. She's not attractive. All that bull crap, man. No, to me, if the graphics are good, the gameplay is good, the story is decent, and look like they hitting every one of those. They already hitting on graphics. It's inspired by Witcher 3, which people claim is the game of the generation, right? So then the gameplay is going to be good, and the story, from what we seeing, just in snippets, I think the quality of the story is going to be great. I think people have like a flawed way of judging stories because it's real. Any game with a story, not all stories. It's hard to make a bad story, right? But at the end of the day, a story is a story, whether you like it or not. It can't determine how good or how bad a game is. You know what I mean? So I think based off what we've seen from Fable, the trailers, all the trailers that are out there, from the teaser to the first one with the black dude with the glasses, I forget that comedian's name, to the Humphrey trailer, you can tell we're dealing with quality, and they have an existing lore that that they could fall back on for the first 3 games. I don't think any of those 3 games had anything wrong with this, the story and whatnot. They could just enhance upon that and retell that in a different way. So they got an awesome baseline. They got some awesome writers. They got some awesome creatives there. And I apologize for my dog barking in the background for no damn reason. But I'm hyped for Fable. And this leak, the leak did, or this update that Jazz gave, it didn't really solidify anything for me. It just reminded me like, oh yeah, Fable is due next year, and we're going to see it again soon. And I'm happy that it's looking good. He said this is in like alpha stages, so chances are what he's seen is probably like early base gameplay, and they were showing off things that we've seen so far in trailers, which is typically what happens. So I don't think he said anything that we didn't see. If you watch the last 2 trailers, you'll see the moves he's talking about. You'll see the gameplay, the executions. A lot of this stuff was actually shown, but people just didn't believe it was gameplay. And it's gameplay, dude. It's gameplay. So I'm looking forward to Fable. Are you looking forward to Fable? I think we will see it at the developer direct in January. If we don't, it's definitely going to be the thing that gets its own direct at the Xbox Summer Showcase, unless they reserve that again for 2025's version of Call of Duty. But that's all I got for you guys. Thank you guys for checking out this video. Your thoughts on Fable. What are your most anticipated games for 2025? Right now, I said mine is Avowed, Fable, Expedition 33, South of Midnight, and my 5th one, oh my goodness, what is it? There's a 5th one. Crimson Desert. Yeah. So far. That can all change in a couple months as more games are revealed to us. No disrespect to Doom, Dark Ages, and Grand Theft Auto and whatnot, or even Assassin's Creed Shadows. I think Assassin's Creed Shadows is going to be amazing. But That's my video, man. I'll see you guys in the next one. As always, Xbox is the best box. I am the best bot. Good night or good morning if you're on the other side of the globe. I'm out of here. Peace.